What do you do today? What do you do today? Tom, what do you do today? Tom, what do you do today? Today, I woke up. Today, I woke up. Today, I woke up. And I went for a run. And I went for a run. And I went for a run. Ah, then I just work. Then I just work. Then I just work. So where do you run? So where do you run? So where do you run? I run in Park Green Park. I run in a Park Green Park. I run in a Park Green Park. In a Brooklyn. In a Brooklyn. And that's a nice park. And that's a nice park. Then that's a nice park. It's a nice park. It is a nice park. It is a nice park. It is a nice park. But is it really small? But isn't it really small? But isn't not it really small? It's a very small park. It's a very small park. So how do you run there? So how do you run there? So how do you run there? Well, first of all, it's on a hill. Well, first of all, it's on a hill. Well, first of all, it's a whole hill. Park Green is on a hill. Park Green is on a hill. Park Green is on a hill. So, it's a very hilly terrace to run. So, it's a very hilly terrace to run. And you run around this dirt around the outside. And you run around this dirt track around the outside. And you run around this track and around side. And you run around this dirt track around the outside. And you run around this dirt track around the outside. And you run around this dirt track around the outside. So you just run loops. So you just run loops. So just run loops. Right. And you do like 50 loops. Right. And you do like 50 loops. Right. And you do like 50 loops. I do 50 to 100. I do 50 to 100. I do 50 to 100. Depending on how I'm feeling. Depending on how I'm feeling. Depending on how I'm feeling. Right. 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 So, what are you doing after this? So, what are you doing after this? So, what are you doing after this? After this, after this, after this, after this, nothing, nothing, nothing. No plants, no plants, no plants. Should we get dinner? Should we get dinner? Should we get dinner? Yeah. Where should we get dinner? Where should we get dinner? Where should we get dinner? I don't know. Somewhere in the neighborhood. I didn't know. Somewhere in the neighborhood. I didn't know. Somewhere in the neighborhood. There's a good stop around here. There's a good stop around here. There's a good stop around here. I found us something. I find us something. I find us something. I find us something. Where in Chelsea? Where in Chelsea? Where in Chelsea? Right now? Right now? Right now? We are in the Chelsea. We are in the Chelsea. Rachel needs a lead about the Union Square area. Rachel needs a lead about the Union Square area. Rachel knows a lot about the Union Square area. I used to live there. She used to live there for like 4 years. Like 4 years. Like 4 years. Yeah. There's a Barnes and Noble there. There's a Barnes and Noble there. There's a Barnes and Noble there.